Many of us strive for success, thinking that it will lead to ultimate happiness and make life easier. But I want to share the idea that contradicts this thought. The more success you achieve, the tougher the challenges and the greater the uncertainty. Today I will talk about how I came to understanding this and began searching for meaning beyond personal goals. There are a couple of problems that I've experienced myself that I want to share with you guys. The first one is the problem of self-realization. I think at one point I realized that I don't want my life to just solely revolve around satisfying my personal needs, working, making money, improving my life, the life of my family. It just felt like it lacks the bigger meaning and the bigger mission and driver in my life that I can have throughout my life, something that would drive me, help me move forward. I didn't want it to just exist within, the certain system. I wanted to create something bigger, a system that help others, a system that help change the world, generate value for people around me. And I realized that finding such mission really requires a significant shift in perspective, among a lot of other things. The second problem was the problem of understanding the nature of success. I think that a lot of people, including me, always thought that success is the place where you get there and you just don't experience any problems, you reach ultimate happiness and ultimate relief. I realized that in reality success doesn't bring relief, and it's not a place where you don't have any problems. It actually brings new challenges and even a new level of problems and a very certain level of uncertainty. And the higher you climb, the more uncertainty and complexity you have. The third was problem of undervaluing my current achievements. Going back to the problem number one of self-realization, I think that I started thinking that, I don't feel like there's something bigger that I contribute to, something bigger that I create, those systems that can change the world. And so you start kind of forgetting about everything else that you created up until this point. Your family, your work experience, all the skills that you have, the stability that you have. This all seems kind of insufficient and like it lacks a bigger meaning, right? So you start undervaluing all of those things. I think it's important to acknowledge those achievements and understand that you have those achievements and understand that you already got to a certain level of success, right? So you were able to overcome certain challenges, certain problems, certain level of uncertainty. You just reached the point where you are ready for next level. So that brings in another challenges and problems as we talked about it. So I think it's important to just acknowledge your achievements up to this point and accept them and understand that you already reached a certain level of success. The first solution is, I think, understanding the reality of success. The first thing I learned is that success doesn't eliminate problems. It's a step up to a new level with more complex challenges. The more success you achieve, the greater the uncertainty. But that's not a bad thing. It's a natural part of growth. Accepting this helps you adapt and move forward. The second solution is changing your perspective a little bit. Instead of seeing problems as obstacles, I started viewing them as opportunity for growth. Every challenge is a training ground. Success requires very high level of agency. And these opportunities that where we encounter different problems and we figure out how to solve them, right? We learn new skill, or we learn how to learn sometimes, and we figure out how to turn, big problems into actionable tasks and actually action them and fix our problems. That all trains our high level of agency. It's very tough, but it's incredibly rewarding and interesting process. And the third solution is developing meaning through system creation. The most important thing I've realized is that life's meaning lies in creating systems that make a difference. These systems can be personal, like family, or they can be large scale, like technological innovations that help others. Among a lot of different other systems that might interest you. Each step forward finding meaning and creating systems makes life richer and more fulfilling. For me, this has become the driving force. All right, now step one. Reduce resources drained on unproductive thoughts and actions. I began noticing how much time I spent comparing myself to others, or fearing the future, or doubting myself, and thinking about all the things that maybe I can do or can't do and whatnot. And these thoughts don't help me grow. or create anything meaningful. They just drain me, they take my time, they take my resources without giving anything in return. Now I focus on what truly matters, actions that contribute to growth and system creation. Step 2, recognize achievements as a base for growth. I used to undervalue my accomplishments, but now I see that my resources, my skills, my experience, my family, as a foundation for something greater. This helps me move forward with confidence rather than feeling like I'm not good enough. Step 3, invest in developing intelligence and a systems approach. Every day I set aside time for self-development, reading, taking courses, learning new concepts. For me, systems thinking is especially important. It helps me see connections between different levels, the personal, the social, the professional, the society, the humanity, and find solutions to even the toughest challenges. Living only for myself isn't my path. I've realized that I want to create systems that change the world. It's difficult, but it's incredibly fulfilling and interesting. If you feel stuck or unsure where to find meaning, start small. Embrace your challenges, recognize your resources, and invest in your growth. Share in the comment how you deal with uncertainty, and thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!